Good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon here on the lovely Tropixx 105.5 FM, the Sounds of the Caribbean. And people, remember I told you guys I'm going to have a very, 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 very special guest. He's coming all the way from the friend side, and he's a busy man to even get hold of. So people, today I have here with me Souleyman Titah.
almost was Souleyman.
Souleyman, you see, I'm still butchering the name.
It's okay, actually it's my actual name. My first name.
So people think it's a nickname, no?
It is not.
So his name is Souleyman Titah, and he is the CEO of Souleyman Studios on the friend side. And let me just give you a list of the things that he do. So, photographer by day, party animal by night.
No, don't say that.
I'm joking. But people, he's a photographer, videographer. He also does podcasts, weddings, live streams. People, he does it all. You name it, you go to him when you want anything to deal with media. So,
true,
bro, let me ask you this. First and foremost, how did he even get into this? How did he even get into this field of work, let's say?
Actually, I started when I was like 14.
14, okay.
Early 2000, and just a basic camera at the time, 2 million pixel.
Okay.
It was crazy at the time. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It's not so good now. So I started like this, and like 10 years after, I started a better camera when I was studying, and 10 years again after, I have my company. It's my full-time job.
You see, people, nothing. So I'm not saying nothing. Rome cannot be built in a day. If you know, you know. Rome cannot be built in a day. He started when he was 14, and then 20 years later he owns.
Yeah. 22 years later.
22 years later.
36, getting old. I own my studio. I have like multiple cameras, and now it's new for me because I used to be a teacher in high school for like 10 years.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that transition is actually new for you then, basically.
Yeah, I had my company as like a small business company. Like auto-entrepreneur in French.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, just before Irma. And I switched to like a full-time company, like big company.
So you basically used Irma to your full advantage.
Actually, I used the insurance money.
Yeah.
From Yamaha, but they didn't give me much, huh? They gave me like 5,000.
Of course.
But I lost the car, I lost everything, and I used that to buy a new camera. I think it was a good investment.
I was gonna say very, very much good investment. Then, very good investment. So you do weddings, concerts, and live streams, and if you can remember, which was your first big concert you actually did photography for?
I do remember. Actually, I have to give a shout out to two companies. Shout out to Calaboom.
Calaboom Events, yeah.
They were the first one maybe to trust me, to book me.
Yeah.
And also the Heineken Regatta.
Got
two of them.
To them, yeah.
Yeah, two of them. I just came one day for free, and actually. Calaboom made me pay, I brought my camera, and I say, I want to do some picture for you. They say, no, bro, you have to pay.
To enter.
I was upset because, I wanted to do some nice picture for free.
Yeah.
I say, okay, anyway, I'm doing it. And they loved it, and they booked me for every year since then. Okay, same for Heineken. I came one, maybe 2015, 16. I took some picture, and they loved it, and the next year, I was the official photographer.
So within a year span, you can say your life just changed one time with at least the concert bookings, right?
Yeah, Irma like pushed me to do it.
Okay.
Because I was in a financial struggle. Yeah. After Irma, because you had to pay a new car, new house, new everything.
Yeah, understand.
And money, photography was bringing some extra money just to finish the month. So yeah, and it pushed me to do it.
Okay. Well, I actually want to ask you this then, because I know in the media world you have to do sometimes you have to do some freebies to push. So what do you say for the youngsters? Would you recommend them to build their portfolio before they actually go and look for jobs, or?
Cannot ask a big company to pay you one time full money without having experience, without having a portfolio. So for myself, I went just for free because I was enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
And if I had to pay to enter, I paid. I did it even like a couple years ago. I went to Martinique, Guadeloupe, all the big festivals there.
Yeah.
By myself, paying the hotel, paying everything, and sending them the picture, but saying, okay, if you like it, book me. They want to book me this year.
Okay.
But I'm already busy somewhere. Too late.
People, he is a busy man, and he's also the official photographer for Friendside Carnival, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And also St.Maarten, if I'm not mistaken as well, right?
And and also had like Trinidad Carnival. Big band, the Yuma band, if you know. They wanted me to be the official photographer. But one problem is they just wanted to pay the gig, but not the plane.
And
the stay. I was, it's not good for me, so I cannot come.
But so you travel a lot, and I remember this carnival when I was watching your socials, you did 3 countries within a week with carnivals, if I'm not mistaken.
The same day.
Same day.
Mardi Gras, but I was not the one. I had a team in St.Maarten, I had a team in St.Maarten, Friendside, I mean, and I was myself in Trinidad. But I was officially booked. Like
3. So you see, people, teamwork is actually a big thing because you're only one person. You cannot travel to Friendside, St.Maarten, and then Trinidad. So you see, you have your team, and I know some members on your team as well. I had one, Kai Carriers. He was there, and you know, I realized you like to give trust in the youth, and I have to give you applaud in that, you know, because not everyone likes to trust young people, you know.
I don't care about your age.
You don't care about the age.
Me, I don't care about your age. If you are like 18 and you're good, I have to give a shout out to Eriak. Eriak is only 18. I'm double his age. Yeah. But he's really good.
Yeah, I know. That's also one of my boys. That's also one of my boys as well. And so I have to give you your props on that. You know, thank you for looking out for the media field in St.Maarten, giving people an opportunity. You know, because sometimes we just need that extra push. You know, just need that extra push. But how has being from the French Caribbean helped you in your career? Let's say.
If we just start by French, it helps me to. It helps me actually speak French and English, so it helps me with the French island and the English island. So this is good. And actually, I was like raised in the Caribbean. Yeah. Raised in St.Maarten. But don't think I was raised in a big villa and big yacht. No, I was raised like a small house. Like So I'm from the Caribbean, and I love to travel. I love to visit all the islands. Yeah. It's nice, but I think something's not easy with being in the Caribbean is going from one island to the other. Yeah. It's really hard to travel from one to the other. Maybe they need to put more planes, I don't know. maybe we have to really give you your own private jet, probably. You know, I know some pilots. I have, maybe it's too expensive. It's like 5,000. Hey, we don't know. You're probably gonna have your own pilot school eventually. Maybe we don't know. I wanted to learn myself because I like to learn new stuff. Yeah, I was like upset because this season, St.Maarten season, I was booked in St. Thomas. Yeah, the next day of the parade. But for the Juve, like 2 a.m. Yeah. Oh, so you had no way to get a plane from St.Maarten to St. Thomas. I check online, I check everything. Yeah. You know, it's only 1 hour flight. Yeah. Only 1 hour. Online, you can only find like 26 hours, 29 hours to go to St. Thomas. And then you have to do transfers, etc. If you do private, you will like 5,000 back, 5,000 to come back. I was like, shit. I'm sorry, I swear. I don't know. It's okay. So I was like, okay, next time I just learn how to fly. Well, you have a goal on your hands, so good luck with that. But what is one of your most memorable carnival shoots that you have done? Like which year probably, let me say which year has been your favorite carnival year to shoot? Actually, I did a lot of photo shoot doing on the road. Yeah. I cannot even say which one is my best, but last April in Jamaica, I started to do more like costume photo shoots. Okay. Just before the road. And I just met a lady the night before, getting my press pass. Yeah. And I met her again the next day. She was already booked. She already booked someone. Yeah. But I told her, hey, if you want, maybe give me 5 minutes. We'll do a quick photo shoot for you, for free. It's ended up like being my favorite picture. It's on my phone as my screensaver. Okay. So sometimes, maybe luck, maybe just, talk to someone. Do you want to do it? They say yes, do it. So that's also an advice you give to people. Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to just ask nicely though. Yeah, of course. Don't be like, yo, come here, check it. No. You have to be nice, people. Yeah. So look, then I also have a next question then, because you said you've been doing this since you were 14. How has the media industry changed since you started? Because when you were 14, I'm only 21, bro. Okay, it's cool. I'm making 22 next week. You're on the radio, you're the host. Yeah, and you see, and for me, it has changed a bit where
now the media industry is more liked, I would say. That's how I see it.
More like social, like.
Yeah, so like now everyone wants to become a content creator, and everyone wants to become a photographer, you know?
It's true.
So I would say you're probably one of the first of many here on the island that started with photography.
I was not the first one.
No, for sure not.
You were not born. But actually, when I started to really take pictures, there were a few photographers already doing parties and stuff.
Yeah.
But they were maybe old style, old school. So I tried to improve the style, to improve the quality.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody on the island keep improving, you know?
Yeah.
Keep pushing each other, you know? And but the changes from like before and now is mostly like now it's mostly videos.
Yeah.
No more photos.
Okay.
And mostly you have to be like an entertainer. So sometimes I feel like, you know, I have to do like a comedy show. I'm like, you know, just like my pictures. Well, I don't want to do a video, but hey guys, you want to see how I did it?
Okay.
It's funny. You know,
I understand what you mean. So basically, you went from being a traditional photographer to now becoming a content creator. So now you do like a day in the life of a media personnel.
Look at me doing some live stream. Hey guys, I cannot read what you say. There's at least 2 people, 3, amazing.
Shout out to my 3 listeners. Shout out to his 3 listeners actually. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys on his Instagram. And yeah, so I understand what you mean, because I also had this conversation with DJ Outcast, and he was like, bro, for you to stay relevant, you have to do like what the people want basically. Yeah.
But sometimes you have to be true to yourself, but you have to be in between, you know?
Understand.
Don't be like, you know, when you're getting old, you say, yeah, it was better before, no, when I was young, it was not like that. But it's okay. People before me say the same thing, and people before them say the it's always change, you know, when it's changed from argentic, I don't say, but, you know, old style camera.
Yeah, okay.
The new one to numeric.
Okay.
People say the same stuff, you know. It was like, hey, argentic was more difficult. Now it's easy for you. Now it's the same thing with AI. Oh, it's so easy. Everything.
AI has been crazy.
Just evolve and learn new stuff.
Of course. So then I would like to actually ask you this question then. So how do you stay creative with so many projects you have on hand? Because I know you have a lot. I remember I saw one time you did photo shoot, then you had to go set up a live stream for Friendside, then you had to go do this. Like, how do you
my head sometimes is like fuck brain, I don't want to say brain fog.
Yeah, brain fog. Brain fog,
because I'm doing so much stuff. But I like to learn new stuff. I love it, you know, and having new projects for me is like, it's pushing me. So it doesn't help me with creativity itself, because when you're doing projects like for corporate and stuff like that, it's not that creative.
Yeah,
so I wish I could do more creative, but for that I need to delegate, and it's what I'm doing right now. I'm delegating. I'm like teaching, or like I don't say, but teaching guys from my team how to do a live stream, how to do it, you know. And now they can do it without me. I have at one point, like 2 weeks ago, I had like 2 weddings and 1 big live stream for the football match on the Dutch side, on the French side. The same day.
Yeah,
photo video on each. Photo video on 2 weddings, plus the big live stream with 4 people. Well, I had to teach them how to do it, you know, and I had to leave before. I was watching my phone. Is the live stream good?
Yeah.
You know, so delegate.
Understand.
And take more time for yourself. It's not easy, though. You want to do everything yourself.
Okay, so what does a typical day in the life of Souleyman looks like? So what time do you wake up? And so what does a typical day look like for you? Let's say.
Wake up around 6, 7.
Okay.
And I try to go to the studio as soon as I can, maybe 7 or 8. I work in the morning, try to respond to emails and stuff. So sorry guys if I'm late. And the WhatsApp, sometimes I have too much WhatsApp.
Yeah,
so people sending me like 2 minutes, 3 minutes voice note. I'm like, I will not listen to it today.
Of course.
After that, I go to the gym. I like to go to the gym every day, like around 12, and I eat. So right now, I will go to the gym after the
Okay.
So gym, go back to the studio, and go back home. I can go back home at 10, 11 a.m. if I need to, and go back the next day at 6. Wow. Happens sometimes I wake up early in the night because I'm a bit stressed. I have too much stuff to do. I wake up at 4 a.m. I'm like, what I do? And I go to the studio.
Wow.
4 a.m.
So people you see, when you see him on the road and you see this man doing his work, just know he has an early start, you know, and that's one thing I have to give you your credit for. You know, you're very much disciplined, because me personally, I couldn't do it. Me personally, I wouldn't have that much strength in me to do this every day, basically, you know, because you have to do it every day, you know, it's your job. And also, when I see you do like your edits and so on, I remember I saw a video once you did. It was like you were editing in your car, waiting to go to a next event, you know?
Oh, yeah, sometimes when you have a lot of like pressure to deliver, you have to do it.
Of course,
it makes you do it. If not, I will be like maybe more lazy.
Yeah,
way lazier. So you say you cannot do it, but I guess you can do it because maybe one day you will build your own radio.
Yeah,
and you will have to be there to open the door. You will have to be there to switch on the mics and stuff like that. You will have until you delegate.
Of course.
Maybe when I will delegate everything, I will just go back home and sleep for a couple of years. I don't know. But everybody can do it.
Well, so Souleyman, what are the future plans for your company then? Where do you see it going? Do you see to maybe branch out to a different country, etc.?
I'm always trying to expand, always trying to learn new stuff, and always trying to improve. I have my studio on the French side by the West Indies Mall. If you want to pass, say hello. And I have it for like 3 years.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? I got the keys on May 2nd. May 2nd is just after parade.
Oh, wow.
So I was like tired, like 7 a.m. boom, open, getting the key, open.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years. And right now I'm doing some work in it, improving, making a podcast room, improving the studio part. Always trying to improve. This is the studio part. I'm already also trying to improve my marketing. Okay. I got an intern in marketing right now helping me to market more my company, because I guess a lot of people don't know me locally and maybe outside. And for outside, I'm also doing a lot of carnivals and people know me through that.
Okay. People, this is the man, the myth, the legend, Souleyman Titah. And I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for so much you have done on the island, for promoting it like how you do. And I gotta say, continue to do great, you know. Thank you so much for giving the youth a chance. You know, you gave my friends a chance, you know. Kai,
you giving me a chance now.
Of course, you know. So being a media person, you know, you're an inspiration, you know. I would like to say your inspiration, the way how you shoot, the way how you even edit, just your work ethic, you know. I would like to say to me, you are one of the best here on the island, you know.
Thank you so much.
So I gotta give you your props, and
don't make me blush.
I have to give you your props, you know. So where can the people find you? You know, plug yourself. You have a minute. Let's go.
Okay, but first I want to thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. And I'm really happy to represent the island outside. I've only been on the island for like 10, 11 years.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm from the island. When I go outside, I say I'm from St.Maarten.
Of course.
So I'm happy to represent it. And so my name is Souleyman. My company is Souleyman Studio. You can find me on Instagram at Souleyman Studio, SOULEYMAN Studio. Same for the website, souleymanstudio.com. So yeah, easy.
People, that is Souleyman Titah. He is a 36-year-old media personnel.
Young.
Well, CEO, let me say. A young CEO, you know. So people, that's it. Thank you so much for the sit down. I'll be right back. And when I come back, we'll talk about your news and sports.
Peace.